So the next question. Due to improvements in sanitation and medical care, population growth in India has increased. In China, however, the one-child policy has lowered population growth. If everything else, including prices, stays the same, which of the following would you anticipate? So anytime you see something about sort of change in population, that sort of should trigger the idea you're thinking Ripchinsky theorem. And especially when we see everything else, including prices, stays the same, that should definitely bring Ripchinsky theorem into your head. So what do we got? Well, we've got the population in India goes up by the Ripchinsky theorem. We know that an increase in the endowment of a factor will increase production of the good that uses that factor intensively, decrease production of the other good. So labor-intensive goods in India, we should see a rise in their production. Capital-intensive goods in India, we should see a fall in their production. Over in China, we've got the one-child policy. So China's population, we might think, is going to slow down, something like that. So that would tell us that labor-intensive good production in China should go down. Capital-intensive goods production in China should go up. So what are the options? Where are we? So Chinese production of labor-intensive goods will fall. Yeah, that's one of our predictions. Indian production of capital-intensive goods will rise. No, that will fall. Production of labor-intensive goods will fall for both countries. That's not true. It goes up in India, etc., etc., etc. So you can go through, and each of these statements has at least something wrong with it. Except for the first one, Chinese production of the labor-intensive good will will fall. That is due to the Ripchinsky theorem. Question 3. Consider a Heckscher-Ohlin model where Belgium and Luxembourg produce beer and chocolates. Suppose the relative supply curve